But despite being a bestseller, times were changing in the motoring world and the days were numbered for the Mark II. Competition from a new generation of front-wheel drive cars, especially Volkswagen's Golf, was to see a major rethink at Ford for the 1980s. Codenamed Erica, the Mark III was radically different from previous Escorts. Like the Golf and many of its competitors, it was a front-wheel drive hatchback with the new generation of belt-drive overhead cam engines. Once again, it was that famous Scottish racing champion who was given the opportunity of trying out the new Ford.
Jackie Stewart, perhaps the world's best-known driver.
Very nice, really nice. Have a look at it with the door closed. Really outside look is small, isn't it? And yet look at the room in the back, there's a lot of space there. You have a clean deck at the back with
Very clean.
Well, such a low drag, you sometimes...
That's basically the way this was developed.
I must say it looks nice, eh? You must be happy with the way it's turned out, eh? Can I have a seat?
Of course.
Stewart is the first person outside Ford privileged to see this new Escort.
It's nice. Well, this thing's got quite a bit of pep.
The new car was shaped in the wind tunnel.
Aerodynamics, the complex science of airflow management, is now a crucial part of car development. It took more than 2,500 separate wind tunnel tests to develop a car shape that uses less fuel by causing less air resistance.
And this was the sporty version of the new Escort that Ford set head-to-head against Volkswagen's Golf GTI, the XR3. The first versions were powered by tuned 1.6 engines with a Weber carburettor and uprated suspension. Despite having only 4 gears and no fuel injection, the XR3 instantly caught the public's imagination. It became a cult car loved by boy racers throughout the 1980s. Jackie Stewart was impressed too.
Enjoy. This is the XR3. That's got the 1.6 2V engine, and you can see some added aerodynamic aids. The air dam is extended, and the wheel lip mountings there, and then they run back to the rear wheel.
Yeah.
And then a much bigger spoiler on the back here.
Oh my goodness.
And that gets us down to a drag coefficient of 0.385.
Does it?
It really does, yeah.
That's impressive. It's a horny looking little thing, isn't it?
In the end, that drag factor was further reduced to an even lower 0.375.
The banking seems to handle very nicely on that. It's very comfortable. Nice ride. That's most important, because sometimes in these bankings the concrete doesn't make for an ideal ride. No vibration coming up through the car, which is pleasant. Brakes feel nice and sensitive. Gearbox is pleasant too. You can go right through the box without any trouble at all. Lovely. This feels good. Good one.
It fared well in crash tests too, both official and otherwise.
Inevitably, in tough testing, there are the unofficial ones.
There you are. Oh!
Unfortunately, the early cars were heavily criticised in the press for their ride quality. The car was too firmly sprung, and with positive camber on the front and negative on the rear, the car looked knock-kneed. So spring rates and damper settings were modified. Despite these teething troubles, the new Escort was voted European Car of the Year in 1981. the year the Halewood factory produced its 2 millionth Escort.
Gone are the days when cars could be anything less than functional. This range of small family cars offers the motorist a rational, balanced choice of economy and high performance. In Europe alone, it took 5,000 engineers, designers and planners, £500 million and 5 years development to produce the all-new Escort. And in early '78, when Henry Ford II saw the first prototype, he knew it had been a worldwide effort.
It's a damn nice car. Yeah, it's a very nice car, Gerhard. Did you do that all by yourself?
The big boss of Ford would have been even happier with the fuel-injected XR3i, which appeared in 1983. At around the same time, the racetrack-inspired RS 1600i was launched, with the final performance update arriving in the form of the RS Turbo in 1985. The RS Turbo was a limited edition homologation special to meet the regulations of international rallies. A unique feature was its limited slip differential to combat the usual torque steer, a common problem in high-performance front-wheel drive cars.